It's great to be here this morning, back under one roof again. Such a wonderful opportunity. Thanks to Media Post for continuing to be ad-supported, which gives me an opportunity to follow that great panel. I always love hearing John lead to set the tone on what the marketplace is going to see as we come into another up front. I am Mark Mitchell, again, Vice President of Business Development at Xandr, and for those of you who know me, I'm going to talk a little bit about some things that actually align quite well with what that panel just hit upon. Things we started 10 years ago at clypd, we brought to Xandr, and ultimately we'll be taking to Microsoft advertising as part of the acquisition that's underway now. And that's the benefits of using audience targeting and linear television to move beyond traditional age and gender and to ultimately leverage technology that is now in place to make that happen a lot easier. This is probably the biggest understatement of the morning. We're all living through a massive amount of disruption in their pursuit of great content. You have audiences now moving between MVPDs and streaming devices, which is creating opportunities to source content from more places than ever. Keeping up with these changes is obviously challenging for anybody who's operating a business to monetize advertising, as most of us in this room are doing. And these challenges that this creates really is an opportunity in many ways. The challenges include fragmentation, which makes it much harder to reach desired audiences at scale. The ability for brands and clients now to leverage more and better data in television, which they are already doing in digital, is there. And then lastly, television still remains one of the biggest line items on every media plan. So delivering better ROI, which you heard mentioned previously in that panel, is becoming more important than ever. The most effective way to really begin to address these things is through improved targeting. And that's essentially leveraging the data that's available in the marketplace and the first step in helping brands get the reach that they need. On top of it all, as we've talked about, is the explosion of new currency options that are coming into the marketplace. It's an evolution that everyone is going to have to deal with. And ultimately, where does this all lead us? The benefits are in data-driven linear. The first and easiest step that a brand can make is really to begin to leverage the data that's in the marketplace and technology and workflows that are now very well established to allow audience targeting possible. It makes it not just possible, but it makes it essential. Data-driven linear is the intersection of precision and reach in TV advertising, leverages advanced data for a more prescriptive approach to defining and reaching the intended audience for a brand. There's optimization technology available that now speeds the decisioning of evaluation in networks and day parts, and ultimately programming combinations that deliver those audiences while still meeting important campaign criteria, and it does so using live avails and negotiated rates. The results are in higher concentration of in-target viewers with the broadest reach that's available in television. Essentially, less audience waste and less time executing the buy. Traditional demographics serve the industry quite well, as we all know, but its time has passed. With data-driven linear, you can leverage advanced data and look beyond these broader descriptors into more precise audience targeting. And the results actually speak for themselves. We've been at this for quite some time, and we've looked at over 1,000 campaigns that have been optimized through Xandr's technology. And what we find is that, on average, data-driven linear delivers 33% more of the strategic audience that a brand is trying to reach. And that is actually using a constraint around demographics. If you use a demographic CPM constraint while you're running on optimization, you still see that type of increase, but moving beyond that on an unconstrained optimization, the opportunities are even greater. So, and with that 33% increase in strategic audience, you actually get a 7% increase in reach against that same audience. More targeted delivery brings better outcomes across the purchase funnel, as we all know, whether that's top, middle, or in the bottom. Xandr is uniquely positioned to help support this type of change. We've been making this possible through established technology now. Xandr's TV platform provides buyers and sellers with the opportunity to manage data-driven linear transactions quickly and easily. Monetize TV is the most widely utilized optimization platform in the marketplace. And Invest TV provides buyers the opportunity to leverage data-driven linear through a self-service UI, through API integrations with agency planning systems, and or using our concierge service. And actually, this morning, optionality that we've talked about for a long time within the data space at Xandr is becoming even more central to everything we do. We've recently announced in the press an innovative approach to supporting the need of testing and evaluation that you heard that panel previously talk about across all these new currency options that are coming to the marketplace. Heading into the upfront, any partner using Invest TV or Monetize TV will have the ability to leverage Xandr's new audience framework that will enable strategic audiences for optimization purposes across data-driven linear. And we have a group of partners who are in these currency conversations that we've brought to the table to support this. That includes 605, ComScore, EDO, Samba TV, TVision, and VideoAmp. They'll be the first to help enable a fast, flexible approach for buyers and sellers to work with these new data sets and enable that choice within the upfront. So, fasten your seatbelts. We are clearly in for an exciting year, and it should be one of more evolution and evaluation. So, thanks very much.